Hello again. Welcome to my channel. I would like to start a inaugural series. And I've thought of this before, but this one here I'm really intrigued about. I've done some research and I'm ready to do a video. So this particular series is going to be called Friday Morning Colors. And for the inaugural show, for the first one, we're going to look at the comic duo of Abbott and Costello. Since baseball season is just around the corner, and it's going to be, spring training already, and can you believe it's going to be the regular season soon? But this particular piece here that I was wanting to put into this is Abbott and Costello did an exceptional thanks, an exceptional routine back in the 40s. And it was called Who's On First? And they have, ever since the 40s, and here we are, we're into the 21st century, we're in 2019, and this is still something that to listen to, and it just doesn't get dated. It's just a routine that is cleverly thought out. And these two just was able to just, as the saying goes, knock it out of the ballpark. So besides the on cassette, I also got this from Goodwill about a year or two ago. And this one here is from the Colgate Comedy Hour, which Abbott and Costello did quite a few shows for the Colgate Comedy Hour. The first one on this is from 1951, Who's On First? And they do the routine on that particular show. And the second one is from March of 1954, and their guest was Les Paul and Mary Ford. So these are just two shows from that particular Colgate Comedy Hour, in which it started in 1951. So, to get to the portion of comics, this here is issue number 13 of Abbott and Costello. This is from Charlton Comics. This is from February 1970. Now, let's see if I can hold this like this. And let's see here. Okay, the information that I looked up. And if you noticed, I will be having my head tilted down because I want to read this. So, for the first comic, this one here, this was a bi-monthly title. They were on volume 2 of this particular volume. Volume 1 was the St. John Comics from 1948 to 1956. And that was through St. John Comics. Charlton came out with Hanna-Barbera, because Hanna-Barbera had put on television the Abbott and Costello animated show. And so it was one of those of where it was like nostalgic, even though that was for the 60s, it was a nostalgic revisit, because at that time, okay, when the St. John Comics came out in 1948 to 1956, both Abbott and Costello was alive. Costello passed or died in 1959. And Bud Abbott was still alive when this project got on television and got in the comics. So Charlton ran this series from 1968, and it ran till 1971. So it was 15 cents for this particular one. The pencils were Bill Frank Sioa. Frank Sioa. I know I probably destroyed that, but I apologize. But also the pencils was his, and the ink was Tony Tallarico. And both of these gentlemen, one of them, I did the research. I did not find either one of them to be the cover artist on this. So it's a question of either one of them or both of them did this, or it was somebody altogether different. But I was not able to find anything that substantiate what, who did the cover, who even did the inside of the script. But I did find the pencils and inks. So this is Abbott and Costello, issue number 13, from February 1970. I tried to find where they might have copies of this. They do not have any on mycomicshop.com. Out of this particular run, there's 2 issues on my comicshop.com. I'll learn how to talk one day. But yeah, they have 2 issues, issue number 5 and issue number 6, out of the 22 issue run. So, the second cover I like to put on this video is issue number 22. This is the final issue of the run. This is from August 1971. And this is this was out without Bill, and the pencils and the inks are by Tony Tallarico. And he does, I don't know if it'll show, but his name is right there, written in on the cover. Got natural light, and it still messes up. But yeah, this one here was this one I found intriguing because it's issue 22. But if you look at both of them, this one here was a Hanna-Barbera production, Abbott and Costello. But this one here came up with all new stories and art, Hanna-Barbera production, Abbott and Costello. Now, through issues 1 through 18 was volume 2, and the volume 3 was issues 19 through this one here, 22. And it was just intriguing because they never really said why they changed it. And it could be because they made all new stories and all new art. So I'm guessing that when they made this, that they was just, at the end of it, there was nothing else about Abbott and Costello in comics until January of 1989. And in that month and year, Malibu Graphics Incorporated made a Abbott and Costello, the Classic Comics trade paperback. And you can obtain that on mycomicshop.com. Now, one other piece of this is there is 22 issues of this particular run. And on mycomicshop.com, they have 2. Now, I also looked at the 1948 St. John comics, and I don't have any of those in my collection. But on there, on mycomicshop.com, there are 6 of 40, because there was 40 issues that ran from 1948 to 1956. And in those years, both Abbott and Costello were alive. So they have 6 issues, which is issue number 3, 14, 19, 20, 28, and 31. And the grades range from 2.5, 2.0, 18, and 1.5. Most of these ones that they have on the Charlton Comics, there's one I've seen that is a 4.5. I want to say that's issue 6. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's issue 6 that's got the 4.5. I think it's like a 2.0 or 2.5, good or good minus or good plus on the 2 that they have. So, in the immortal words of Abbott and Costello, they made comic history with who's on first. Abbott and Costello is still very much in pop culture consciousness. There is still a lot of stuff out there. I mean, with comics and there's CDs, there's cassettes, and videos, DVDs, and VHS tapes of this magnificent duo who gave us so many years of comedy. And I seen a program back in the 90s, which they were called One Part of Many Legends of Comedy. So that's going to do it for the inaugural episode of Friday Morning Covers. And I'm going to try to come up with some other different ones that I haven't shown or very seldom have shown. I'm going to try to make it like from issues that I have, like Silver Age, the few that I have is Silver Age, Bronze Age, and Copper. Not so much modern. I don't think I'll do the modern. I think I'll stick with the Silver. If I get any Golden Age books, and I'll do Bronze Age and early Copper age. So, like always, with the videos, give it a like or a dislike, whichever one you want. If you like, subscribe, and also leave comments down below. And I like to acknowledge my new subscribers. They are many, but I like to welcome them to my channel. I like to also say hello to all of my subscribers, and just very appreciative of you taking the time to subscribe and watching and commenting on my videos. So, until next Friday, this is my channel, Liking the Covers 4963, reminding you to let your brain go away. Oh my goodness. Enjoy your covers and stick around for the stories. Until next time, folks, this is Liking the Covers out.